Good morning, teachers, administrators, staff, support staff, local law enforcement, and my fellow classmates. For those who don't know me, my name is Charlotte Cayozzo. For those of you who do, I am still Charlotte Cayozzo. I stand here before you to formally announce my intent to campaign to become your junior class president. Oh, sorry, wrong speech. Okay. Good morning, everyone. These last 4 years have been quite a journey. Let me share a life journey story with you. Yes, it's turtle time. Along the southeastern coast of the U.S., it's currently turtle nesting season. Sea turtles have been coming ashore on sandy beaches, digging nests, laying eggs. Nope, that's not the right speech either. All right, okay, I got it this time. Good morning, students, staff, parents, and family. Welcome to the graduation ceremony of the class of 2026. My name is Charlotte Cayozzo, and it has been an honor to serve as your 4-year class president. I am sure that every graduate remembers our first day of school. It was fire. No, literally, there was a fire. But even then, as life threw us a curveball, we stayed calm, supported each other, and were eager to move on to our second day of school, which proved to be a bit more successful. This shaky start, as well as the past 6 years of our education, have shown us that life doesn't always go according to plan. However, we never stop moving forward, continually pushing towards these final moments together. We have grown strong, not because everything was easy, but because it wasn't. So, class of 2026, as we walk across this stage today, let's remember that greatness is not measured by where we start, but by the courage we have to keep going. To our teachers, staff, coaches, and families, thank you. Thank you for believing in us when we doubted ourselves. Thank you for your patience, guidance, encouragement, and support through every challenge. None of us arrived at this stage alone. The pandemic taught us a profound lesson, one that surpasses any academic subject. We have learned the value of resilience, adaptability, and compassion. We have discovered our capacity to overcome the greatest challenges and to rise above adversity. We have developed the ability to think critically, to find creative solutions, and to adapt to ever-changing circumstances. Graduates, as we venture forth into the next chapter of our lives, never forget the lessons we have learned. We continue to evolve, to push boundaries, and to make a positive impact in every square we enter. The challenges we faced have shaped us into the resilient individuals we are today, and they will continue to shape us as we navigate the uncharted territories of the future. Congratulations, class of 2026. May your dreams be big, your passions fierce, and your impact everlasting. Together, we will change the world. Now, if you would all rise for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight that we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Nice job.
Thank you, too.
Next, I would like to introduce to you Ileana Thomas, our class salutatorian.
Welcome, my fellow graduates, family members, friends, teachers, faculty, and any others. Looking back, I didn't think this day would ever come. In elementary school, when we got our 2026 school emails, and the year 2026 seemed so distant, like a foggy haze where we couldn't even predict what our lives would look like. In 5th grade, 6 or 7 years ago, when we got these emails, we were too focused on playground feast tag and long division to even contemplate the concept of graduation. When we arrived at the big new school, I remember seeing the high schoolers across the halls and being intimidated by how adult they looked. Although we may not feel it, we are now the role models and the adults of the school. Since our time together in elementary school, we have all changed immensely. We've overcome obstacles like hybrid learning during COVID and achieved great successes like our hard-earned victory in the Brazil float this year. Through it all, we've made it to the finish together. In Lunenburg, where everyone knows everyone else, many of us have spent the majority of our lives together. We've watched each other change and grow. You may not be close friends with everyone surrounding you, but for better or for worse, we've all played a major role in each other's lives. And now this is all changing. High school has had its ups and downs for me, probably for everyone, but I can say with confidence, I will miss this community that has come to mean so much to me. I feel proud of my accomplishments, but I can't claim them as just my own. For each success, there is a whole community of people who share responsibility. And for each failure, the same community has helped build us up. Despite the sadness I feel in leaving this chapter behind, I'm still excited for the new adventure ahead of all of us. We can take what we learned from Lunenburg and build new communities. Being part of a community is such an important part of being human. So I encourage you to meet new people, build new communities, and take pride in whoever you become. I don't believe in fate or a higher power, but I believe it is our responsibility to create meaning in our own lives, to enjoy the struggle that is life. Thank you. Will the graduates please rise and face the audience for the class song?
took my love, took it down. I climbed a mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills, till the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I've built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I've built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. Oh, I'm getting older too. Take my love, take it down. Climb a mountain and turn around. And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, where the landslide bring it down. And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, well, the landslide bring it down. Oh, the landslide bring it down.
Now, the valedictorian, Sage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you all for being here. I'm honored to address you today as the valedictorian of the class of 2026. While I must admit, I probably did not earn this title through my public speaking skills. I have to say, what is meant to be an honor has honestly just given me one final homework assignment to procrastinate before graduation, writing this speech. The past 2 weeks have been filled with last and final senior activities, and I have been asked countless times how my speech was going. At some point, I just started lying. Some of you might be wondering, how do you even begin writing a speech? And to that, I have to say, I stared at a blank screen for quite some time, wondering the same thing, before closing it and moving on with my life. And yet, here we are. So many things in life are measured in statistics and comparisons. In high school, that might include your GPA, test scores, or sports records. But life is more than simply numbers and labels. The college or even job application process turns our high school experience into a short set of numbers meant to evaluate our success. But what truly defines and make our high school experiences memorable are the things that can't be found on an application.
Numbers don't capture spending hours trying to make sure our Brazil float wasn't headless, participating in the roller coaster in the dungeon on fall nights, or even hiding in someone's bushes for hours, only to find your senior assassin target to be diligently wearing their floaty. Going back, these experiences looked like complaining about missing the 8th grade DC trip because of COVID, going outside for mandatory mask breaks, and getting our faces painted at field days. Those are the moments that matter most, the ones that include laughter with friends and that cannot be represented by a number on a piece of paper. Life will always be busy, so we have to make our own time, take a breath, have fun, and spend it with those who matter. We have grown together from the primary school word parade to the senior motorcade, and from singing Eye of the Tiger and Riptide at Nature's Classroom to awkwardly singing Landslide, we have gone through a lot together. As we each embark on our own journeys, let us appreciate the memories we made and the lessons learned along the way. Good luck, class of 2026, and congratulations. Now will we hear from our music department. Next, we will hear from our class Vice President, Brett Richard.
Hello, everyone. It is my pleasure to stand in front of all of you today. I want you all to take a moment to look back on your very first day of kindergarten. Imagine walking into school with a backpack twice your size, a lunchbox full of snacks, and absolutely no idea what was waiting for you. Most importantly, I want you to think about whether your 5-year-old self would be proud of the person you have become today. I am confident that they would be. To your younger self, you would probably seem like the coolest person in the world. Although my 5-year-old self would probably be a little disappointed that I'm not headed to the MLB and that I'm still afraid of roller coasters, I know that he would be proud of the person I've become. Although there is still much more that life has to offer all of us, with endless possibilities ahead, my best advice to you is simple: slow down. Please remember that life is supposed to be enjoyed. I think the biggest thing that we can take away from the last 13 years is that life is more than just a waiting room for the next achievement or the next version of ourselves. If you don't slow down and enjoy the moments, that often don't feel impressive but feel meaningful, those meaningful moments are what will actually make up your life. Success and growth is great, but not at the cost of presence. If your entire existence is preparation for some future moment, one day you will wake up and realize that you never let yourself live the current one. It has truly been a pleasure to walk the halls with all of you, whether you have been in Lunenburg since the very beginning or you just joined us this year. Before I finish, I want to leave you all with one more piece of it. One of the most underrated skills in life is showing back up and doing it again, even when things aren't going your way. Life is too short to dwell on bad days, failure, and setbacks. All you can do is wake up the next morning and give yourself another opportunity to make that day better than the last. As we leave here today and move on to the next chapter of our lives, I hope you all continue to chase your goals and dreams, but also remember to appreciate where we are while we are there. Because someday, the moments we are living right now will become memories we wish we could relive one more time. Congratulations to the class of 2026, and keep making your 5-year-old self proud. And now, our class treasurer, Colonel Long, will present our class gift.
Good morning, students, staff, friends, and family. For those who don't know me, my name is Corinna Long, and I was our class treasurer for the past 4 years, which is why I have the honor of standing in front of you. As you all know, the fall homecoming season is an important part of our school spirit and tradition. Each year, every class comes together over the course of several weeks to design and build a uniquely themed float that reflects both creativity and class pride. As someone who had the honor of riding our class float way back in freshman year, I can personally say that creating a float requires an incredible amount of hard work, dedication, and teamwork. From attending nearly every float night to making sure everything is completed in time for the parade, it truly takes the effort of many committed students to bring these projects to life. This tradition has continued for generations, and we sincerely hope it remains a meaningful part of the Lunenburg community for years to come. With that in mind, our class chose to support future years of float building by making a significant donation to each class below us. Whether the funds go towards paper flower supplies, paint, wooden pallets, or even snacks for the hardworking students spending long evenings together, we hope this contribution helps future classes create some of the most beautiful and memorable floats in Lunenburg history. Thank you. Along with this class gift, we have one more gift we'd like to give out, and we wanted to say a big thank you to our class advisor, Mrs. York. She's helped us the best anyone possibly could for the past 4 years. Thank you, Mrs. York. And now she will come up here and speak for you all.
Good morning, everyone, and congratulations to the amazing class of 2026. As your class advisor, seeing you sitting here today is a little hard to believe. It feels like just yesterday we were beginning this journey together, and now we're celebrating all that you've accomplished and looking ahead to everything that comes next. Many of you have been together since kindergarten or even preschool. Some of you joined the class later in elementary or middle school, and others arrived during high school. A few of you even joined us this year and managed to fit right in. No matter when you arrived, you became part of the story of the LHS class of 2026. For me, that story began during the unforgettable COVID remote hybrid year. After the world shut down during the spring of your 6th grade year, you returned to school in 7th grade wearing masks and attending as either Cohort A or Cohort B. I was teaching a special area Latin class that year and got to know all of you over 6-week rotations. Sometimes I saw you in person just 2 days a week. Sometimes I only knew you through a Google Meet screen. Yet even through masks, computer screens, and social distancing, it didn't take long for me to realize that there was something special about this class. You were resilient, you were adaptable, and despite everything that made that year difficult, you still found ways to laugh, learn, and connect with one another. By the end of that year, I knew I wanted to be your class advisor. After finishing my time as co-advisor for the class of 2021, I took a short break and eagerly awaited the fall of 2022 when our adventure together would officially begin. And what better way to begin than with one of Lunenburg's favorite traditions. As most people in Lunenburg know, we don't just have fall, winter, spring, and summer. We don't just have football season or basketball season. We also have float season. We hit the ground running freshman year when the homecoming theme was board games, and you chose the game of life. So many of you showed up to help build that float, and earning runner-up as freshmen was no small accomplishment. What I remember most, though, isn't the final product, it's the float meetings. Our meetings were packed. We'd sit on the porch, folding and fluffing flowers while someone played music. Somehow, more than once, Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You ended up on the playlist. And somehow, everyone, and I do mean everyone, was singing along. Some of you may deny that today, but I still have the video evidence. I often say I knew I wanted to be your advisor when I taught you in 7th grade, but standing there during those float meetings, listening to all of you enthusiastically singing Mariah Carey in the middle of homecoming season, I knew for certain that you were my people. Over the next 4 years, that spirit never changed. For the season's theme, your sophomore year, you built a summer float and attempted to recreate Whalum Lake. While the final result may not have looked exactly as we envisioned, your enthusiasm and teamwork never wavered. Junior year, when the theme was Disney movies, you chose Coco and absolutely knocked it out of the park. By then, many classes would have seen attendance at float meetings begin to fade. Not this class. You kept showing up. You kept putting in the work, and once again, you earned runner-up. Then came senior year. With the theme of countries, you chose Brazil and created not only a winning float, but your best one. The towering Christ the Redeemer statue at the center was impressive, but what impressed me most was seeing how many of you continued to make time for float meetings despite busy schedules, sports, jobs, college applications, and everything else that comes with senior year. People sometimes worry that traditions like homecoming floats are fading away. But after spending 4 years with this class, I never worried about that for a second. I hope that future classes will follow in your footsteps. One of the biggest chapters of your lives is ending, but another is just beginning. While your time here at LHS is coming to a close, the memories you've made will stay with you forever. Memories of classes and teachers, sports seasons, class plays, band and chorus concerts, clubs, student government, homecoming traditions, international trips to Italy, Greece, Costa Rica, and Spain, proms, powder puff, and so much more. Wherever your journey takes you next, whether it's college, military service, the workforce, or a path you haven't even discovered yet, I hope you'll carry those memories with you and remember the lessons, friendships, and experiences that helped shape who you are today. I would like to thank the parents and guardians of the class of 2026. I never had to worry about finding chaperones for float meetings. As soon as I posted that help was needed, someone always stepped up. You provided snacks, supervision, encouragement, and countless hours of support. You organized a beautiful baccalaureate service and a wonderful senior breakfast this past week. On behalf of the class, thank you for everything you have done over the years. The class of 2026 would like to thank the junior class, their advisors, and the parents who hosted Thursday night's senior supper. We appreciate the time, effort, and generosity that went into making it such a special evening. Thank you to our class of 2026 current and former class officers and student council members. You are true leaders. You organized events, planned fundraisers, and continually encouraged your classmates to get involved and make the most of their high school experience. And finally, to the class of 2026. You are an amazing group of young adults. Thank you for showing up, getting involved, supporting one another, and always treating others with kindness and respect. Although I have only officially known you since you were in the 7th grade, it feels like much longer. As I sat with you on Wednesday watching your senior video and seeing pictures from your elementary school years, I found myself getting emotional. In many ways, it felt like watching an entire journey unfold before my eyes. When we built our freshman float, you chose the game of life. At the time, it was just a board game theme. Looking back, it seems fitting. In the game of life, the road twists and turns. Sometimes you know exactly where you're headed, and sometimes you have to make choices without knowing what comes next. Along the way, you collect experiences, meet new people, face challenges, celebrate successes, and occasionally take a few unexpected detours. Tomorrow, you move your game piece forward once again. Some of you know exactly where your road leads. Others are still figuring it out. Both are perfectly okay. Life is not about reaching the finish line first. It's about embracing the journey and becoming the person you're meant to be along the way. As you leave the walls of LHS, be brave enough to take chances, resilient enough to overcome obstacles, and kind enough to make a difference wherever you go. Chase your dreams, stay connected to the people who matter most, and never underestimate the impact you can have on the world around you. Thank you for allowing me to be part of your journey. I'm incredibly proud of each and every one of you, and I cannot wait to see where your road in the game of life takes you next. Congratulations, class of 2026. And now I'd like to introduce our principal, Mr. Timothy Santry.
Good morning, students, families, faculty, and friends. What a truly remarkable moment this is to our graduates. Today's the day you've been working towards for years, the culmination of hard work, challenges, triumphs, and growth. For me, it's also a bittersweet moment because I've had the honor of watching you all grow from the curious young minds into the bright, talented individuals you are today. It's been a privilege to be with you along this journey. I have been with you for a long time. I've seen you from your first day here, grade 6, filled with nerves and anticipation, and then through your milestones of moments of self-discovery in high school. I've watched you grow, not just academically, but as people. You've learned lessons inside the classroom, but I think some of the most important lessons came in the hallways, the lunchroom, and on the playing field. I've seen your spirit, your energy, your camaraderie, and I've seen how you've supported one another, how you've faced challenges together, and how you've celebrated each other's successes. You've not only learned about math and science and history, but about perseverance, about compassion, and about resilience. I know this group of graduates has faced more than the usual share of challenges. You have weathered the storm together. I think we all know that no one's path was ever perfectly straight. Whether it was personal struggles, academic challenges, or the countless obstacles you've overcome, each of you has faced the hurdles and emerged stronger for it. It's easy to look at a day like today and think it's just about the end of high school, but I see it differently. Today marks the beginning of a new chapter in your lives and every single challenge you've overcome. Every lesson you've learned, it's going to be part of who you are when you move forward. As you stand on this threshold looking out at all the possibilities ahead, I encourage you to think not just about what you want to do, but who you want to be. High school may have been a start of your journey, but your future, your path, has the potential to be something uniquely yours. It's full of the endless possibilities, and you hold the pen to write the next part of your journey. You may not know exactly what comes next, and that's okay. Life isn't always about having all the answers. It's about being open to the questions, about staying curious and flexible. Sometimes you'll take the risks that don't work out, and that's all right. Learn from them. Other times you'll find success in places you've never imagined. And when you do, remember, stay humble and kind. I'd like to leave you with a few thoughts as you move forward. Don't be afraid to fail. The greatest stories are written by those who embrace failure as part of the process. Be kind always. The world needs more kindness. You'll find that no matter where you go, it costs nothing but pays back in ways you can't ever imagine. Stay curious. Whether it's a book, a skill, or a new idea, never stop learning. The world is too big, too diverse, and too interesting to settle for just what you already know. And finally, be true to yourself. Your authenticity is your greatest asset. Don't let the world change who you are. The world needs the unique contributions only you can offer. As I look out at each of you today, I am filled with immense pride and gratitude. You've made it, and I have no doubt you'll continue to make us proud in everything that you do. You've proven that you are capable of incredible things, and now it's time to show the world. Congratulations, class of 2026. Your journey is just beginning. The future is waiting for you, and it's yours to shape. Superintendent Fortuna, I certify that the students before you from the class of 2026 have fulfilled their graduation requirements and are eligible for graduation. Thank you.
Good morning, families, friends, students, staff, my colleagues. As you know, this is my first year serving as your superintendent. So in a way, we are both marking a major milestone today. Being the new kid in a district means I had a lot to learn this year, and I learned about this class very quickly. In fact, our bonding started on day one, literally. Nothing breaks the ice for a new superintendent quite like making it through the unexpected excitement of a fire on the very first day of school together. We all made it through that memorable morning, and it certainly set the tone for an unforgettable year. I also quickly learned that snow days matter deeply to you. I have never seen a group of people so passionately track weather patterns or advocate so fiercely for a day off. But jokes aside, beyond your impressive meteorological skills and our dramatic first day, I learned something incredibly profound about this class. In watching you interact, it is overwhelmingly clear that you take the well-being of your peers very seriously. You genuinely look out for each other. While I may not know every single one of you personally, I have had the privilege of watching you in your classrooms. I've seen you learning, and just as importantly, I've seen you questioning. Do not ever lose that trait. The ability to question, to seek deeper understanding, is a skill that will carry you through whatever path you choose next. Never stop learning. When I started here, I asked people around the district to tell me about the class of 2026. The answer I heard over and over again was that you are tight-knit. You are a class that has built genuine friendships across what people might normally perceive as social boundaries. Simply put, you are a family. As a superintendent, I have a handbook full of words that describe the culture we want to build here in Lunenburg. Words like unity, inclusivity, and leading with heart. But reading words on a page is very different from watching them in action. I didn't need a handbook to understand those concepts this year because I just had to watch you. When we talk about unity and responsibility, I think about how you show up for each other. You don't just tolerate one another. You actively look out for the person sitting next to you. You've created a culture where everyone who walks through the doors of Lunenburg High School is welcomed exactly as they are. And more than that, I see you actively holding those doors open for one another. Sometimes that is literal. Thank you for all of you that have done it for me. But most often it is figurative. At the end of the day, what matters most is simply being a good human. It is making space for someone who is struggling and offering a hand to someone who is carrying a heavy load. Whether that load is a heavy backpack or a heavy heart, that kind of compassion doesn't happen by accident. It happens because you treat each other with genuine love and respect. We talk a lot as a district leadership team about leading with heart and lifting each other up. For you, that means celebrating each other's wins and offering grace when someone stumbles. You know you can't get through high school alone, and when it comes to learning with purpose, you do exactly that. You don't just sit in class waiting for the bell to ring. You care about the why of what you're doing. That incredible bond you share wasn't just forged in the classrooms or the hallways of the schools. It was built on school buses and airplanes. There is a unique power in traveling to new places together, stepping outside your comfort zones, and experiencing the world side by side. Whether it was the wide-eyed wonder of visiting the zoo back in elementary school, or the awe-inspiring experience of exploring Greece together as young adults, those field trips, near and far, did more than just teach you about the world. They taught you about each other. Those shared adventures helped you grow stronger. Something else I learned this year is that traditions are the lifeblood of the Lunenburg community. I had the privilege of participating in Float and Homecoming this year, the likes of which I have never seen before. I had so much fun. The parade, those incredible floats, the energy, they highlight the absolute best of what a community can be. You have bookended your year with poignant moments like senior sunrise and senior sunset. You've celebrated with the senior breakfast, the motorcade, the prom, and senior dinner. And then there is the way you show up for each other's passions. As I quickly learned, sports are absolutely huge in our community. From the time you were in primary school all the way through your high school year, athletics have served as a powerful bonding time. I loved watching you all cheering in the dungeon during football season. Honestly, standing out there on some of those freezing cold nights, watching your dedication to your teams, I could not imagine how half of you didn't catch pneumonia. But that's who you are. You brave the cold because you support your peers. And your dedication doesn't stop at the sidelines. I have been equally blown away by your artistic endeavors. Whether it is a band or choir concert, a stunning art showcase, or those beautiful, highly creative countdown posters in the hallway, as well as some of the caps that I see before me today. The creativity of this class is staggering. Although I have to admit, seeing how incredibly detailed and flawlessly executed those posters remained right down to the final days made me wonder, were you all actually studying for your finals? Or are you just staying up to 2 a.m. applying glitter and perfecting your calligraphy? Either way, the dedication is impressive. You pour your hearts into the arts, and just like with sports, the whole community shows up to applaud you. Today, you officially become Lunenburg High School alumni. It is a title that connects you to generations of this community, but the legacy you leave behind is entirely your own. As you cross the stage, take the traditions, the bonds, and the lessons of this incredible community with you. Class of 2026, thank you for making my first year so memorable. Keep being good humans, keep lifting each other up, and please keep asking the hard questions. Congratulations, and in the words of English indie rock band Little Man Tate, welcome to the rest of your life. Mr. Santry, thank you for certifying this class ready for graduation. It is now time to present you with your diplomas.
Julia Ann Grebenar. Lillian Flavia Grebenar. Brianna Elizabeth Murphy. Michaela Rose Putnam. Courtney Jordan. Lauren Elizabeth King. Julianne Elizabeth Mayo. Catherine Nicole Mason. Victoria Andravna Matviva. Kalissa McKenna. Jonathan Ray Rosado. Hunter Joshua Barasa. Robert Christopher Elliott Jr. Elizabeth Fontana Morton. Savannah Georgia Parker. Anushka Jasmine Kumar Patel. Dina Khalid Fahim Kassam. Lara Khalid Fahim Kassam. Alia Khalid Fahim Kassam. Ileana May Thomas. Kyla Helen Taberos. John Theodore Fitzgerald. Brian Ricardo Lopez Pahoy. Charlotte Rose Cayozo. Casey Corey. Paige Catherine Daly. Erin Charlotte Guerra. Isabella Linda Giannini. Aaliyah Buachan Holden. Brooke Olivia Lyons. Amanda Marie Martin. Sean Michael McGrath. Dylan Eric Irvin. Jack Andrew Heffernan. Anthony Angelo. Landon Brady Bahanya. James Edward Barrett. Anthony William Beaupre. Corinna Marie Long. Sage Victoria Orney. Tony Brian Pepper Jr. Jake Christopher Waldron. Ethan Luke Washington. Audrey Lynn Stokes. Brendan Christopher Stokes. Lucas Joshua Collard. Eamon Mazur. Alexander Israel Rabinow. Timothy Edward Sheridan. Daniel James Schultz. Grady Jacob Smith. Kieran Joseph Storty. Charles Evans Talborg. Marcus Sebastian Ute. Jacob Brenton Zavoinovich. Cameron Carlton Jacobs. Brady Joseph Kelly.
Leanne Helen Taylor. Jade Justine Duong. Lacey Eiley Canta. Emily Gao Sing Young Lore. Sophia Yelena Sumala. Congratulations. Josiah Mylene Rivera. Lilia Kathleen Burrill. Natalie Rose Baxter. Ella Louise Brannon. Kimberly Claire Chandler. Isabel Valentina Doherty. Tatum Allison Furman.
Congratulations, Tatum.
Jennifer Elizabeth Higgins. Kimberly Ann Inferrera. Mariah Reyes. Angelique Marie Richards. Brooke Ashley Ripa. Tegan May Sullivan. Isaac Joseph Ludden. Connor Ryan Arsenault. Jacob Peter Burns. Marcus Joseph Carrion. Shayna Anaya Barunji. Marie Elizabeth Adams. Madison Hope Burden. Addison Kinsley Jacobs. Zavonarith Iat Gow. Chloe Elizabeth Kojal. Nathaniel James Todd.
Congratulations.
Christian Anderson Maracho. Matthew Owen Agnesi. Nicholas Paul Agnesi. Lila Grace Della Santa. Jackson Anders DeRusso.
Congratulations, Jackson.
Eliana Grace Frank.
Congratulations.
Shania Amazon.
Congratulations, Shania.
Daisy Liara LaFontaine.
Congratulations.
Bernalyn Manassa Blib Duroy.
Congratulations.
Mitchell Ronald Boulay. Aiden Riley Call. Lucas Adam Goodwin.
Congratulations.
Reese Alden Marble. Jason Roger McKeever. Braden Andrew Melanson.
Congratulations.
Jeffrey Scott McGovin. Andrew James Nikosha. Zachary Thomas Porter. Brett James Richard. Sean Joseph Richard. Cooper Wyatt Shaw. Jacob Robert Sims. Josiah Dean St. Cyr. Anthony Jacob Tamaro. Theodore Christopher Terry. Colin Michael Toomey. Rory Edward John Ferguson. Nathan Matthew Henry. Mason Joseph Kiefer. Riley Joseph Ambrose. Alexander Matthew Crane.
Congratulations.
And now is the time, graduates of 2026. Please move your tassels to the left side.
Now I'd like to introduce our NHS President, Aaron Guerra.
Good morning, everyone, families, faculty, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2026. As president of the National Honor Society, I've had the privilege of speaking about our 4 pillars: scholarship, leadership, character, and service. All 4 matter, but over time, I've realized something. Service is the one that transforms the other 3 from personal achievements into shared impact. Today, service is more than just a pillar. It's a way to say thank you. Service often implies organized volunteer events or donation drives. And yes, we've done those, but service has also lived in quieter places. To our families, thank you for the service you've shown us for 18 years. From driving us to every practice and event before we could drive ourselves, to supporting our wildest ambitions and funding our lifestyles, you were our first models of what it means to put someone else first. To our teachers, thank you for your service in and outside of the classroom. You didn't just give us knowledge, you mentored us and helped shape our character. By refusing to let us settle for good enough, you constantly pushed our limits and unlocked the potential we often couldn't see in ourselves. You looked past our test scores to see our worth, shaping us to become the individuals who we are today. To our class advisor, Mrs. York, you modeled this every day. You stayed late, guided us when things got chaotic, and never asked for recognition. The work you put into this class got us to where we are today, and it truly does not go unnoticed. You didn't just advise this class, you invested in it. You showed us that service is not dramatic, it's dependable. And to my fellow students, service lived in the community we built together. It was in the moments we chose to look out for one another, sharing notes without being asked, staying late to clean up after a game, proofreading a friend's essay 5 minutes before it was due, or sitting on FaceTime at midnight to help a friend through a hard week. It was being the first to cheer from the sidelines when someone else succeeded. We didn't always label those moments as service, but that's exactly what they were. Small decisions to put something bigger than ourselves first. I've seen that in my own experiences, mentoring students, organizing initiatives, and working within our community. Showing up changes you. When you step into someone else's need, your perspective shifts. You begin to understand that success is not about standing out alone, but about standing together. You stop asking, "What do I get?" and start asking, "What can I give?" And that is something this entire class understands. Class of 2026, service isn't something we did to earn recognition. It is something that shaped who we are becoming. Scholarship gave us knowledge. Leadership gave us confidence. Character gave us integrity. But service gave us perspective. It reminded us that our talents are not trophies, they are tools. As we leave this place, the question is not just what careers we will pursue or what cities we will move to. The question is, who will benefit from our presence there? Ruth Bader Ginsburg once said, "Whatever you choose to do, leave tracks." That means don't just do something for yourself. Leave the world a better place than you found it. If we carry anything forward, let it be this: the willingness to step towards need rather than away from it, to build bridges instead of walls, to measure success not only by how far we rise, but by how many people rise with us. One track at a time. Congratulations, class of 2026. Let's leave a path worth following. In closing, I would like to turn things over to Matthew Ignisi, our class secretary.
There's a lot of people here. As our final moments as a class come to an end, we want to say thank you to all who have supported each and every one of us. Miss York, thank you for keeping us grounded and together throughout these years. From brainstorming fundraisers and bringing back homecoming dances to every float build where you made sure we got our win after being snubbed our junior year. You always made sure every little detail was covered for every class event so we could have the best experience as a class. For that, we thank you and couldn't ask for a better advisor. Thank you to every administrator who has had to deal with us over these 4 years. Thank you to the teachers who have helped us along the way and shaped us into the people we are today. Thank you to every parent who has watched us grow through every awkward stage, every ache and pain, and every late night, which may or may not have led to someone having to wake us up the next day. Or maybe that was just me. We also want to say a big thank you to Miss Cooney, Miss Bowen, and Miss Fuller. We are so grateful for the quick chats as we come in and out of school every day. And to the class, 4 years ago, we walked through those doors for the first time, stepping into the complete unknown. Everything was new. We were building our float in the center of town, preparing for our first homecoming rally, and experiencing our first real moments as a class coming together. Now, after all these years, we walk through those same doors and same halls one last time as we come to a close of the first true chapter of our lives. As we move forward into a future where our stories are yet to be written, we have a choice. We can choose sorrow and focus on what is ending, or we can look back and realize everything we have gained, the lessons we have learned, the people we have met, the relationships we have built, and the friends that we now call family. Be grateful for it all. As we all know, change can be a scary thing, something people may try to avoid, but that's something we have to realize we must embrace. We have to use what we have learned throughout these years and carry those lessons into friendships and relationships that have helped shape us Stay grateful for the people who have stood by us and helped us grow. To the class of 2026, we really made it. We walked down those halls for the last time. It's crazy, what once seemed impossible, and so far away to those little freshmen who walked into school saying, "We have so much more time," or "It's fine, we still have a couple more years." But our time has come to an end. Somehow, we did it. It's over. In the blink of an eye, this chapter has closed. So thank you all, and good luck in all your future endeavors. Congratulations to the class of 2026.